Hello, I'm G, and this is G and her Stuff podcast. This is my second episode, and it's been only a week and a half since I filmed the first episode. So it hasn't been that long, but I got lots to share. And I realized that I didn't really introduce myself in the first episode, so I like to say tell you about myself a little bit, not to details because it'll be boring. So, as I said in the first podcast, I am from South Korea. I lived in Busan till I was 18 and I moved to UK 6 years ago, and I live in London now, and I'm a freelancer, illustrator, and also I do lots of stuff. I do storyboards for films because I did study film, and I like to do so many things. Sometimes I feel like I can't focus on one thing, so I ended up doing loads of small stuff. So I feel like I can say freelancer this and that and that, but I also teach Korean to English speakers. So that's another part-time job that I have. So a lot going on in my life. Okay, so, well, last episode I had a plain tea and plain IKEA mug, but I got plain tea again and a better mug, which is, I don't know, a mug that I got from charity shop. This might be boring because I don't know, a lot of other people on knitting podcasts talk about what they're drinking, so I thought I would share. I don't think it's that interesting. Well, what I'm drinking is that interesting. It's just plain British English breakfast tea. Okay, so I think that's everything about me. So I guess I could say you can find me on Instagram as G and her stuff. I'll put down the link down below. And also, yeah, I better start now. So the first thing that I wanted to share is the only finished object. It's a, let me see, it's a long word. Classic oversized boyfriend cardigan. I knitted this for my boyfriend's mom. I guess I was commissioned to knit it for her. I knitted. I started this project perhaps 2 months ago, and I'm finally done. It was for her birthday as well, but it's been more than a month. No, it's been about a month since her birthday. I'm not sure, less than a month. So I missed the timing, but here is the finished cardigan. It is, the yarn I use is Plutolopi in a golden heather colorway, and I got just plain buttons that I know. And I think last time I showed this to you, I had sleeves to knit, one sleeve left. I don't know. It took a while because I didn't really enjoy knitting Plutolopi with magic loop or DPN. Just in general, I find it really hard not to break the yarn when I'm knitting in rounds. So I guess I could show you how it looks like. So many buttons. So it's snuggly on the arms, because I actually didn't follow the pattern on the arms because I didn't want it to be saggy, when thinking like when my boyfriend's mom, Vicky, might be working on something. I didn't want it to get caught, or I thought it would be just nice snuggly cardigan, to have at home, just to throw in the evenings. So you can't really see. It goes all the way here, and it's got 2 pockets, and you can close it. That's what the button's for, and she likes pockets, so I put pockets in there. Yeah, it's I think it's oversized for me. I realized that I don't know what I'd done wrong, but it wasn't exactly how I gauged for. I don't know what happened. I think I must have used the wrong needles, and it came up a bit smaller than I wanted it to be, because it's not really oversized. Hopefully, I really hope that it will fit her. She wanted big snuggly cardigan, but I feel like it might be a bit like no ease, no positive ease, or so that's what I'm worried about. Anyway, so this is the cardigan that I finished, and I tried the pockets, making the pockets for the first time. I don't know why, it's so satisfying. It looks like legit garment. It's so cute. It's I'm quite proud of that. And also, what I like to talk about this pattern is actually the I don't know, it might be just me, the shoulder area seems to be a bit weird. I did a stretch bind off, because what happened is actually when I was knitting this vest, I'll talk about this vest in a minute. I did a normal easy bind off, and I felt like it was so tight around my arms. So, and I didn't want to make that mistake, so I did stretchy bind off for this. And I feel like maybe that was the mistake, or maybe I picked up too many stitches. Look, it flops. I don't know. Hopefully it will stretch and it will be alright. I don't know. It just feels like the shoulder construction felt a bit weird. It's really narrow on shoulder, and it goes straight to the arm. I don't know well about grading or whatsoever, like patterns, and I'm not a pattern designer, so that felt weird to me. Even when I finished it, I just felt like it was a bit off. Okay, so that's the only finished project, and I wanted to talk about this vest actually. This was my Christmas custom, and that was when I was knitting for everybody, and it was getting a bit exhausting and frustrating because I like knitting for myself, and the reason why I do it is because I get satisfaction when I wear it. So I was knitting so many hats, and I knitted a big jumper for my boyfriend. So then after Christmas, on Christmas I gave it away, I finished all the hats, and I wanted to knit something real quick for myself. So I had this yarn. I'm not sure what it's called, so I'll put it down here. So this is, hold on, this name, I'm not sure if I will be pronouncing it right. So it's called Cardigan's Vest by Jen Joy Design. So I'll put it down here as well. So it's really nice. I like 200% recommend this pattern, because it does have recommended like needles and yarn weights, but the design gives you also like how to adapt to different weights, and also different needles and different sizes. It's so good. I use Aran weight. I think the pattern indicated a different yarn weight, and I really wanted to knit this one. And also this design comes with V-neck option and also round neck option. And I thought about it a lot, but I felt like V-neck vest would look like old, I don't know, old, kind of old. I felt like I would look like old lady or old man. So I decided to go for round one, and I think I look better with round. I'm not sure. So yeah, so this was knitted in flat, no sewing. Oh no, there is sewing here. So knitted. Oh, I don't remember. I think you knit it flat till the armpit section, and then separate it, and then you. I'm not so sure what it was like. I think it was definitely knitted flat, and the only sewing bit you have to do is perhaps this one. Maybe this one didn't even need sewing. I don't know how it works, but this one was like almost zero sewing, which I really liked. So I'll stand up and show it to you. So I wanted to come like short on my waist, because I don't want it to be like, when I sit down, I don't want it to be like wrinkled, and yeah. It's very simple pattern, but it gives you so many options what neckline you can do, you know, the sizes. So I think it's very size inclusive, and you can choose different yarn weights and needles, and you can adapt it, and it shows which thing to follow. You don't have to calculate anything apart from just counting how many stitches you got on in your gauge. So I am very happy with this vest. I've been wearing this almost like every other day. I really like this, and now it's getting a bit warmer. I can't wait to wear this, perhaps like short sleeves. I think it would be really cute. So yeah, I feel like this gives me like countryside girl vibe, which is like I think it's like on my valley, and I would love to live in the countryside one day, have sheep and chickens and maybe goats if I can afford to. So yeah, imagine like wearing this vest and a dress and feeding the chickens in the morning, and I don't know anything about farming, so probably I'm just fantasizing over it, but I'd love to one day to just go away from the cities and be free from all the noises. Downstairs where I live, used to be actually dog food factory, and downstairs, I think the first 2 floors is bronze foundry. So they are grinding always, and I don't know what they're doing, but it can be quite loud, noisy in the morning or when they work. So on top of living in the city, and also we're close to the airport, yeah, so that's quite a lot of sound going on. So I can't imagine how it would sound like to live in the countryside. But anyway, so well, yeah, I think that's it about my vest. It's my countryside dream like vest. I really love this vest. I recommend it so much. Okay, so the next one is my Eastwind jacket. So I'll okay. Okay, so this book, I am sure you've heard of it. It's Knits About Winter by Emily Foden. And I'm knitting the Eastwind jacket from this book. It's really interesting. No, actually, I was so terrified of casting this on and realized it's so easy. It's so simple, and I thought like I will never be able to knit this without looking at the pattern, but I memorized it somehow and already finished the first panel. I don't know how to show this. Okay, so this is the first panel which will be right front. It goes like that, and you can see that twist stitch pattern all over the garment, and there's a nice cable pattern going on, and it's so clever how she designed it to pop. The cable really pops. I won't go in detail because I think that will be spoiling the pattern, but it's really clever, and I really like this twisted stitch pattern. It definitely takes longer to knit, but I think it's worth it. I even thought about just doing it and stocking it, but I'm so glad that I didn't skip that. So I love pockets, so it's got pockets, and this is my second time doing the pockets, and I love it. So I'm knitting this with Plötulopi again with drop silk mohair, drop kids silk mohair. Yeah. So let me check what the colorway was called. So the Plötulopi colorway is Ash Heather. Drop silk mohair white, something like that. And I'm using Letlopi at the wrong side, at the edge. So the pattern calls for two like different main color. So I'm doing the white one on the bottom here, and the other modification that I'm using, I'm a bit scared about modifying the pattern because I don't know well about design, but I know what I want, so I'm risking this. So when I was casting off the neckline after doing the shoulder, I was looking at all the projects that other people have done, and they're talking about how awkward the neckline is and how slouchy it is, and I was a bit worried about it. And also I came across with the Emily Foden, the designer's project, what she knitted it and with a few modifications. She's done ribbing on the around the neck here. I'll insert picture here. And I really don't like having my neck cold. So I thought of giving like kind of turtleneck-ish. Well, I'm just gonna do exactly what she did. I love the look of it, and it looks really warm. So I casted it off a bit. On the last decrease you do on the shoulder, I just cast it off the neckline as well. I didn't do any further knitting the next rows as the pattern indicates. So I just did what she did. So yeah, the first pattern's done, and I got a ready second section happening here. So yeah, and it gets only faster and faster how it goes. Yeah, I'm really happy with this pattern, and the main reason that I wanted to get this book was because of this pattern. Also, I would love to knit barn jumper. Hold on. Okay. Oh, there are 2 patterns I want to... Actually, I want to knit all of them. Barn jumper. It's really nice. Oh. Kind of, I can imagine myself wearing it with the oversized comfy jumper. And also there's another jumper design they have is... Sorry, I don't know how to read it. I think it's French. So this is another design that I want to knit. So I'm really happy with this. The only problem is, I think the spring is coming. I'm slightly worried about the weather getting too warm. I love autumn the most, and winter perhaps, because I can wear and knit a lot. But this jumper, well, this jacket is going to be extremely warm. It's got silk mohair and rustic yarn like Plotalopi. I think it will be really warm. So I'm worried that by the time I finish this, it will be quite warm. I'll wear this even though about like in April, May, with short sleeves in, or yeah, just I would wear it no matter what. I have to. Okay, so that's it for Eastwind jacket. I wonder if I need to block this before I sew them all together, or if I should block them all together when I'm done knitting. I might just block it anyway. I love to see how it looks like when it's properly blocked. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. So nice. Yeah. Right, so next one, a little bit exciting project of, well, the most ambitious project that I've got here is Vertices Unite by Stephen West. So last time I showed this to you, I only had 3 sections done. I don't know actually. So this is massive. I'm only actually knitting the size number 1, so it's the smaller size of this shawl. But I am knitting it with thicker yarn. I don't know what yarn weight it would be because this is all my hand spun yarn. So, but I believe it will be like sport or sport DK. Not sure. I didn't check it. It's just I wanted to knit something with my hand spun, hand dyed yarn. So, and I chose this design because I think it's a nice way to display all different colors. So I've chosen this pattern. So the last time I showed it to you, I had this much, and this is all hand spun, hand dyed, and yeah. So okay, sorry. So the first section has the avocado dyed yarn. So actually, I will show you. Okay. I don't know where the white one's gone. Oh no. Okay, so the first yarn I got big bag of merino wool from World of Wool. So I had loads of these wool roving. I think it's like 23 microns or something like that. So all of these, I will spin it with the e-spinner that I've got, which is electronic eel, or is it electric eel wheel, EEW e-spinner nano. There you go. So I actually started with drop spindle, and I would stand up to spin it and it would hurt my knees because the way I was standing, I think, was locking my joints, so it was hurting so much. And I really thought about it, and I eventually got e-spinner, which I'm really happy about. I would recommend it if you can't afford full-size spinning wheels. I can't afford that yet. It's small, it's doesn't take up space, and it's like so much cheaper than spinning wheels. And the only problem is the bobbins are a bit small, so I can't spin 100. Well, I can't spin and play to make 100 gram of a skein, so that's a bit of downside. But I think the price and the portability all just really evens out the disadvantage. So this roving, I spun it to, I don't have much here, but the white ones, just wanted to show you the color, so I skinned it up, made it into a skein. So this, I would spin it to this little yarn. Should I show you how it looks like? This is like one of the first yarn that I spun on electric e-spinner, so it's not really even. But anyway, so this is the original color, the natural shade of merino sheep, and then I would dye it with avocado. So the first one was dyed with avocado. I got loads of them. I did loads of them. Yeah, so I have this. I got this color from avocado. So quite a big change here. So that's the first section. So I used natural shade, natural white color, and avocado dyed yarn here. And this is also, I have 2 shades of merino wool, got it here. So like this. So, I don't know why. Maybe it's different microns, but this is so much like easier to spin. I don't know why, but it's that anyway. This is natural grey, and I will spin it to grey color. So that's the grey, natural grey and natural white here, section 2, and section 3 is just plain white. The construction of this shawl is amazing. I feel like this might be, I think this was even more ambitious than Eastwind jacket for me, because it's I just couldn't understand how he did it, how it's been designed. So when I started knitting, I would just trust the pattern. I would just one by one, and it just happens. And also, even though I didn't pick up the amount of stitches the pattern says, it just works. It just works. So weird. It just works. I don't know. So don't worry if you want to knit this. Don't be scared. Just do what the pattern says, and you'll get it. I did have to look up some tutorials to how to pick up this section. You pick up 1 stitch and pick up like that. Oh, it was quite challenging. And then the next one was, so as I showed you, this was the white skin that I had, and I dyed it with onion skin. So last episode I talked about onion skins that I wanted to dye with. So I dyed it these natural 2 colors with onion skins, and it came out like this. So natural white color turned into really nice rusty orange color. It's kind of like that little pea that I have here, the cardigan that I knit with. Oh, I don't remember the colorway. Ooh, of this little, sorry, not little pea, plurtulope. Golden heather. So it's almost similar to golden heather colorway from plurtulope, but much darker, much saturated. I love this color so much. I didn't use any mordant or modifiers. I did it in the what's it called? Aluminium pot. So perhaps that acted like mordant modifier, whatever. So it came out really nicely, and the one thing that I really like about using onion skin is that grey shade came out brown, like greenish brown, which I love. I would love to knit a jumper out of this color. So this is so interesting to me, like this. How amazing is it? How nature's perfect. So this is such a gorgeous color. Onion skins, like, it's so easy. You don't need any mordants. I believe that it acts like it is one of the plant dyes that you don't need mordants for. So you just save a loads of onion skins when you cook and just dye yarns with it, and you get something like this. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have here. Oh, it's massive. So that's the onion skin dyed on, white colorway that was dyed with onion skin, and this is alternated with white skin and the grey skin that's dyed with orange. Gosh. So it's like this, goes like that, and like that. So it's massive, although I chose then the smaller size. It's like 1, 2, like this. Oh. I wasn't so sure about this color though. I love this color alone, but I feel like it really overpowers the color palette of this shawl. I don't know, let me know what you think. Anyway, so now, as you can see, there's a bit of awkward bit of the shawl here. So I got one more section to knit. I have been dyeing so much, but I haven't picked the color that I want to use for this. So moving on to the natural dyeing, smooth. So I've been dyeing lots and lots. So the first one I dyed with was, I got from Wingham Wool or Works. I got this bunch of dyes. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I bought. Well, some of them are mordants, so crystal, like iron mordants and copper mordants and blah blah blah. So the first one I wanted to try. Oh no! Before I got those dyes, I actually went out foraging nettles, and I did not like the smell of the nettles. So smell really strong, and it wouldn't go away. I feel like I can still smell it, and I wanted to make this grey darker, and this was white skin that I had. Oh gosh. So this color turned into this nettles, and it didn't go any really darker, but now I look at it, it's not so bad, but it just looked dirty to me. It looked like it hasn't been washed. And also, this isn't actually just dyed with nettles. I wasn't so happy with the results, so I tried to dye it with alkanet, which, if you do it right, well, it will basically give you grey shades, but if you do it right, got the pH level right, you will get really nice purplish color. So that's what I wanted. Didn't work, but it looked better than before when it was just dyed with nettles. And something that I learned is don't just put your fiber right into your dye bath. Strain it first, because all the bits are just sticking in. I'm not really sure if I will use this. Maybe I'll try to weave it. I really don't like the color anyway. So yeah, all together like this is really nice, but no, I'm not a big fan. Right, so the second thing that I dyed was madder. Madder powder I got. This one. So it's supposed to give you really nice red. Depends on your pH level of your water. It might give you orange or brown, but I didn't strain the dye bath before I put my yarn in, so it was quite messy, and it was just really messy. So this is dyed with madder. So to show you, it's like baby pink, salmon pink, but to show you the difference, a difference between the avocado dyed pink, it's way different. Oh, maybe you can't see it, but it's made way purpley, but it's way cooler color than this one. This is way warmer. So this is madder and this is avocado. So this is way purpley and cooler pink and more saturated because I use more dye stuff. So transition, white, natural white, and madder, avocado. So I didn't use enough madder, I don't think. So it gave really nice pale color. So this is my hand spun yarn. All of these are my hand spun yarn. So but I really like the color, even though it didn't come out red. Right now I'm actually dyeing some roving with madder again, because I wanted to try get the red, and I mordant it with alum, and it has given really nice color. I will put a picture in it or show it to you next episode, but it went really good. I can see that it's red, it's not pink, but I still, even as a failure, I really like this color. I don't know what I would do with it. So I'm getting so many yarns. I used to think that, oh, I don't have anything in my stash, like, but now I just have too many. I don't know what to do with them. I'm experimenting one day to have a dye studio, only naturally dye. What I realized is that there are not many rovings that you can buy naturally dyed. So that's what I want to do. I want to create really nice variegated roving that's naturally dyed. So because I'm a spinner, I would love to use one that's not chemically dyed anyway. So yeah, nice pinks. I love pinks. Okay, and next one. There are two more left. So this might not look subtle as it's on. I dyed it with alkanet. Oh, I might have made a mistake. Okay, yes. These two are dyed with alkanet, but this was dyed with nettle before being dyed with alkanet. But so, this is, again, white little natural shade. So this was dyed with alkanet alone, and this was alkanet and nettle. So you can see lovely shade. Oh, it looks nice together actually. But anyway, this gives like, okay, so I did not get purple, and I was a bit disappointed when it came out of the dye pot. But I still like the color so much. I feel like when you're naturally dyeing, you can't get horrible result unless you felt your fiber. But so look, it's nice as it's on, but I wanted to have like oatmeal color yarn to make a jumper. I really would like to make one day a Favo sweater by Fiber Tales, so with oatmeal color. So I think I might have potential way of getting the color that one for that jumper. So yes, so here, and I've been learning how not to felt fibers. So I am very impatient. I was very impatient with dyeing some stuff, and I ended up felting a lot of fiber. So, and also, yeah, I would poke around, and I thought I should stir it so that the dye will get into the fiber evenly, but turns out I shouldn't touch it. So because water and heat, you can easily agitate the yarn, so you shouldn't poke it when it's in a water or hot water. So here it is. It's really nice. There we go. And I've been using little scraps of yarns to just dye it because I find it hard to see where I have tied it. So I use different colors. So this was avocado dye, and you can see how it will turn out in different, like over dyed, dyed in. So this was avocado dyed, and then in the Arcanut, so it got really purpley. Oh, I can't explain it anymore. I think I'm running out of the energy. I think I'm getting hungry. Okay, so another thing, I'm not really good at doing figure 8 thing because it was too tight. I realized that it was too tight, so I don't think it has been dyed. Oh, it's been dyed quite well. Okay, so you don't want to tie it too tight unless otherwise the dye wouldn't go through that bit of your yarn. So far I have been only dyeing the handspun yarn, but what I really wanted to do, as I said before, my dream is to have naturally dyed roving. So that is my plan, and I've been experimenting a lot. Let me show you the Garfield. So I wanted to make variegated roving, and it went horribly. So first I really should have strained the dye and dye bath before putting the fiber, but I didn't. So I was experimenting how to give variegated effect on the roving, and I am on knitting community. So there's I follow this amazing podcast called Heather and Hops. Kat, the host of Heather and Hops, she has this really nice Discord channel that all the knitters around the world would come and we have like knit nights every Mondays and every Monday, Wednesday and Friday and Thursday for different time zone. So I've been joining them quite a lot. I'm a fairly new member, but I've been enjoying it so much. I feel like I made friends and I feel like I got to talk to people and I really felt welcome. Yeah, I look forward to knit nights every day. Anyway, so they was saying that to give variegated pattern for rovings, you should maybe perhaps try resist dyeing. So like tie dyeing, you would tie your t-shirt to make patterns, but so by creating that tension, the dye wouldn't get in the tension very well, so it will create beautiful patterns. So you could apply that on roving. You can make knots, you can tie them, so there will be like spots that wouldn't be dyed easily on the dye bath. So I have, first mistake is I wet the fibre first and then did the knots, and obviously I felt it when I was doing that. So first mistake. And second mistake is to put fibre directly into the dye bath, and I was like making a soup. I was just stirring and picking them. So it didn't go that well. So what's left of it, my boyfriend calls it Garfield's dead body. So oh, it doesn't look that nice in the camera, but so it has got a variegated tone. So this actually has been split in half, so that I can pre-draft. So it's so felted, like you can do tug of war with this. So it's really badly felted. But what I wanted to do is to see if it will create variegated tones. So as you can see, I already split it in half, so the dye has gone through, but it's lighter in the inside. Anyway, so what I liked is that it wasn't a total failure, because I learned that I could create that variegation by doing the resist dyeing. So that's what I'm happy about. So yeah, this actually, I should have talked about this first. This has been dyed with Fustic dye powder, and yeah, so I was quite happy about it, and I wasn't so sure that I could spin it because it was so felted, and I managed to spin it. So I'm really proud of this. I thought I would have to just throw the roving away. It would be just an experiment to see if it would do variegation. But what I've done is I would pre-draft it thinly so I could spin it easily when I'm, so I don't have to like tug of war with the spinner. So what I have done is to this is 2-ply. So the first yarn I did was just regular white naturally white hand spun, and then I had plied it with the Garfield roving, the 1-ply yarn that I spun from Garfield roving. So it's really nice. Let's see if we can. Oh, so nice. So nice. I love it. I don't know how I'm gonna use it, but here it is. I could use this for the shawl. I don't know if it will be a nice combination. Maybe. Oh, actually, maybe. I just might have quite a lot section. Oh, maybe. Yeah, so what I like to talk about for the last thing is that the roving that I'm dyeing with madder at the moment, I moderned it yesterday, and it's been in I just took it out of dye bath, and it's really nice red color, really deep, thoughtful color. I don't know how to say it, but it looks so thoughtful. So hopefully I'll be able to share that next episode, and perhaps I would have spun some yarn out of it, and I'll show you as a skein so how it looks like. I really hope that it wouldn't fade as I spin it, but also I have done some knots on the roving, so it would variegate, and I really like to see how it will be on when it's plied. I think that's the best thing about like spinning. You don't know what is gonna be. Every single hand spun yarn is so special because it depends how you draft it, how so many like you know things that could change the look of the yarn, the color or the pattern. You can do it so many different ways, and it's always unexpected, which I love. So I'm really looking forward to how to see how that roving is going to turn out. I might have already done it, so here's the insert if I've done it. If I haven't done it, I'll show you in the next episode. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Oh, sorry, there's another one. Last thing. So I actually wanted to share this, and I'm not a great sewing person, and I've been in need of needle case, and I think a few months ago, Kat from Heather and Hobbs podcast, she posted a video about her needle case that she made, and I've been thinking about it a lot, and I have made a needle case. Actually, I made this quite a while ago, but I wanted to share it today. So this is old shirt that was around in the flat, and I have turned it into a needle case. So here's this is the button band of the shirt. It's very sturdy, so I thought I would use it as a ribbon. So this is the button band, and this is my needle case. Yes, so I got Knit Pro Symphony needle set that I had. The needles came with this weird ugly bag, which is now full of like stitch markers. I wasn't really happy about it because it would be always just mixed up, and yeah. So I have turned an old shirt turned into needle case, and got DPNs here, and I got my needle size thingy. Got some stuff here. Oh, and my boyfriend, who has 3D printers, have made this for me. I'll insert picture if you can't see it. Basically what it is, when you're spinning, you don't know what yarn weight it is because it's not commercially spun. So what you do is have an inch here and then wrap it and see how many reps it does to see the thickness of the yarn that you spun. So it depends on how many numbers of the reps you make, it would define fingering weight, sport weight, decay weight, blah blah blah. So he made a little ship that's actually based on one of the design that we saw on the internet. We are not doing anything with it. So it's just little thing that we did, and he made a really cute ship. You can see the eye, and he made a little hole so that I can perhaps put a string over it. So I don't know, it's really cute. I haven't used it properly because I don't know why I haven't used it properly. But when eventually, if I do sell some of my handspun yarn, I would have to state like what the reps per inch would be. Yeah, so that's my needle case. I wanted to share this with you, and I would love to learn a bit more of sewing. And as I said, I'm an illustrator, and I would love to one day make a project bags out of my illustration. And people on my knitting channel Discord group, they were saying that I should print them and sew it myself to sell it. I'm not good at sewing, but I might give it a go. Who knows? But this project made me feel like I could do it, perhaps. I was so, yeah, I think it's all about planning well. Anyway, and this is the smallest project bag. It's from the same shirt that I made into a project bag, and this is just the craft strings that I had, and I just did the braids and made it into drawstrings. I think this was a part of the arm, perhaps, and I turned it into a bag. What I do with this is it's a perfect size for socks. So normally I would have a ball of yarn and socks knitting in small cable needles. So right now I'm not knitting any socks, so it's empty. I am planning to, but I haven't picked the right pattern. I might just come up with a pattern. I think with socks, if I do collar work, I think it wouldn't be that bad. We'll see. Yeah, I'm soon to cast on some socks in a bit. Since I finished one project, I think I am allowed to cast on new projects. And if I do finish this, perhaps this week, I think I deserve another cast on. So a lot of exciting things happening this week. I am dyeing loads of stuff, learning a lot about natural dyeing and spinning a lot, and I'm looking into how to make project bags with my illustration on. So I'll keep you updated on that matter. I think that's everything. I hope this was enjoyable, or it accompanied you while you were knitting, perhaps something. I don't know what other people do when they watch knitting podcasts, but I normally just knit or spin. Yeah, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, do like the video or subscribe if you like to. I probably will try to do another video about in a week or so, because I will be done with loads of projects by then. So I hope to see you soon. Take care, and yeah, I think that's it. Bye bye. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.